I just finished speaking at a Christian school, and after I was done, there was some students that came up and they wanted to know about the Founding Fathers because they've heard that they weren't sure this was right, but they heard from one of their teachers the Founding Fathers weren't Christians. In fact, they were really kind of like Benjamin Franklin, that they were deists. And I said, okay, let's just take Franklin. First of all, Franklin was not a deist. A deist is someone that says they believe there's a God, but God doesn't really get involved in the affairs of men. He doesn't get involved in this world anymore. And I said, if you go to the Constitutional Convention, when they were meeting in the first several weeks, all they do is argue. They're not getting along, all kinds of problems. And it was Benjamin Franklin who said, guys, I know the solution. I know what we should do. His proposal was they should pray. Now, this speech is something you can find online. It's very clear. In fact, it's in Madison's records of the Constitutional Convention. So it's very well documented. And this is the guy that people point to saying, well, he was one of the deist founding fathers. Okay, you know what a deist would never do? Recommend we take time to pray and ask God to help in the situation we're in, because a deist doesn't think that God gets involved in the situation. Now, this is not to say that, well, because of this, every founding father must have been a Christian. No, I wouldn't even argue that Benjamin Franklin was necessarily a Christian, but he certainly wasn't anti-religious, and he certainly wasn't an atheist, agnostic, or deist, the categories people try to put them in today. But when you begin to study the founding fathers, what you will discover is that the vast majority of them were Christians.